Welcome to the first part of a series of tutorials for the Platformix system. The aim of these tutorials are to familiarize you with the interface and to give you a brief description on how to operate it. To start off with, you open a browser, whether it's Internet Explorer, Firefox, Safari, Chrome, you name it. You will have to enter the address that has been given to you. Once you entered it, you will see that it's coming up with the login details. By default, it will come with a username demo and a password demo. I have already registered previously. Once you log in, you will notice the interface it's opening with the main console. The main console is divided in a few parts. You have the top menu, where you're going to have what we call the helper menus. You have application, printer setup, import, exporting options, your own profile, and a help menu for whatever needs you may have. And then on top here you will see that you have what we call the shortcut bars, which are separated by various groups. In other words, you have your tools, your shortcuts, and your help. And you'll be able to drag items onto that so that at a click of a button you can access a certain portion of the application. Anyway, on the left hand side you have your main navigation menu. In here is where the magic happens. But before you go there, you'll notice a few more items, what we call widgets. On the dashboard, it's what we call, what it does, it gives you a brief overview of various aspects of the software. In this case, we put some dummy data, so you could have various types of graph charts. Let's say in the future you'll have a to-do list, and obviously if you log in as an administrator you will have a different dashboard, and you will be able to individualize it. And to do that, you'll be able to do it by clicking here, where you can add more widgets, and in the future we will build more widgets, or you could reset your password, your dashboard. Anyway, let us try to attempt to make a user, create a new user, and before we do that, we're actually going to create a user group. To do that, you go on the left hand side. Because I'm an administrator, I can log in and I have the permissions to get into the administrative interface. You will see a few items here. The one is called user groups, the one is users, and in the future there'll be many more others, but this is an introduction. When you go to the user groups, you will notice that it pops up with a screen. The screen is divided virtually in a similar fashion as the main console. You have your helper menus, and then you have your main form buttons. And in here is where the magic happens. But to start off first, you will notice over here there's a certain toolbar where it's got a first record, previous record, next record, last record, a finder, and a new record. To start off with, you could start by clicking on the on the finder, and you will notice all the groups that we've done before. So you double click it and it will pop up with all the information. Should you want to activate or deactivate the group, you can do so. You can make some changes and so forth. Anyway, once you finish, you can click on save and the record has been saved. Should you want to create a new one, you just simply click on that. The word new will come and you will say dev, for example, for developers, and these are users with development group rights. It's active and you say save. Okay, once you've done it, you will notice it that you can go left, you can go back, you can see it there, you could also see it in there. And let's say you go to cells. Let me just check if admin is, yeah, most of them are active. Can deactivate this one. So the tool over there is quite important to get to know, because you're going to see that it's going to be used throughout the site. For example, users. You double click there, the user interface pops up. You can also create a new user, or you could search the database for users. For example, Mihai P. Over here, you will see the authentication details. You can specify if this guy is active or not, and we can do a test just now. You can put in a password and confirm it. You can put in the email address, contact details, personal details, physical address, and so forth. Over here is where the magic of permissions happens. This fellow is an administrator. You could say that he's also part of a development. All you gotta do is drag and drop it. You could also have a user group of a demo. So once you've done that, you can save it. It will tell you it's been saved. And if you want to go back to it, you will notice that it's there. Should you not want him to be part of the development, you just drag it out, you save it, and like we say, Bob's your uncle. Let's say we want to create a new record. Let's say new user, let's call him Bob. Password is password. Email address is bob@gmail.com. Bob. Also do 4 7. Let's say we say alright, you could either copy it and paste it, or you could click on that button over there. But now it is called, sorry, but it used to be called. Alright, let's say you want to create some user permissions. This guy is a demo. Save it. All done. You will see that when you search for it, it will show into the search box. Let's say we want to search for Stefan or N E, oops, percentage E. That could give you a wildcard. This fellow is a demo. Save. So as you can see, it's pretty much fast. Anyway, let us deactivate the user quickly. Let's say Mihai PW7 is no longer active. Let's log out and let's try to log in. It will say user is inactive. Now we're going to reactivate the user. We're going to try to log in again. And here we are. Alright, that completes the part of our first set of tutorials. In the future we're going to add similar types of tutorials of 10 minutes long tutorials, and what happens is this screencast will actually be available on every single screen, so they will be seen on as a helping tool wherever you are in any system. Another thing I like to show is this new client interface. The previous client interface was this. We felt that it is rather cluttered compared to the new one and much smaller. So you have your name, your what I call the general info, then you have your banking details and employer details. There they are. Whereas here it's all in one. And then you have your loan data, which can be now seen in one big screen, and very similar to the other system. We're going to change that to actually add the searching tool. Anyway, thank you very much for all your help. As you can see, it is a very fast system, and we cannot wait to finalize and let you take it for a test drive. All the best. Cheerio.